Alright, welcome to Sawdust and Sap. You saw earlier in the video, I got a load of logs. The kid went and picked a load of logs up. As you can see, it's going to be kind of hard to tell in the videos, but that's the road he came up. There's a driveway there. He swings around, comes up here behind where the excavator is sitting, pulls up in there, and then backs up to dump the logs right here. And then the excavator, it restacks them out of the way, whatever. But it's kind of a steep hill to get up in there. So you saw he stopped in the road, and then the truck was scuffing and monkeying around because he put it into four-wheel drive low, just to make it easier to pull up in here, because it probably would do it in high, but does it really need to? No, just put it in low range. But it would be kind of nice. That truck has automatic hubs, manual locking hubs, but it automatically locks if you don't have them locked in. It'd almost be kind of nice if we could unhook that so you could run it in low range, but actually not be in four-wheel drive, because we don't need the traction. You just need to go slow and then up the hill. But anyways, finally I've cut some logs. Well, a log. Got some lumber out of the first log. And I'm just going to put you on the tripod and load a log on here because I got a bunch to cut up, obviously, and it's time to get started with this channel. Now this Woodmizer is the I think it's the LT50, no, LX50 Super, which allows you to do 12-foot logs. But as you can see, I'm close right there, but I've got to be closer because this log should be 12'6", what the guy cut them for us for. I could double check it, but I put this board on my stand here. I have to have the end of the log past this board or my blade doesn't go all the way through. So I've got to shove that one down. 12'6" can be cut, but you got to be loaded pretty perfect. And I don't want to smash the sawmill with the excavator. So it's one of them things that you got to just be careful and move things around. I'm going to throw a couple boards on the other side of my sawmill stand so when I throw the slab wood off, they just sort of hit and bounce and get away from the sawmill some, so I can pick it up with the excavator. The plan is it'll just bounce away just so I can grab it from you with the excavator. of gas. All right, so it ran out of gas. No big deal, but I did not square up this log as far as lifting one end, and look how far off it is. There's that much taper to that log. So it's something always to remember. I was too excited to get up here and cut some lumber. So after work, the logs came. I had to put this valve in yet, and there's just enough stuff going on that this is basically practice to learn how. And I'm hoping to get some boards. I'm gonna double board and batten part of the back room on the house. So these boards here don't have to be perfect. The nicer they are, the easier they work with, obviously, but they kind of are what they are. They're good practice, but yet I'm gonna get something out of them. So I'm gonna go get some gas and be right back. All right, so I ran down and got gas. Hopefully I got the right gas can. The kid went to town and got gas today. I found 3 cans sitting separate and a couple other cans, so I think he got 93 octane in some of them. So I'm really hoping this isn't 93 octane that I'm putting in the sawmill, because I'll hear about it. So I built this log stand up here. I don't know if we have any videos yet of when we first put this sawmill together. We put it down on a concrete driveway right by the house because we figured that was going to be easy to get started. When the sawmill itself is right down on the ground, you're bending over. Terrible to pick all this stuff up, which I expected. So when I wanted to bring it up here, I thought I'm going to build a stand to set it up on, get it level, so all this stuff is waist height and not so hard on the back. But it was a pain in the butt to put gas in down there. I think it's going to be even worse up here on this stand, so we'll see how it goes. But I had to change some stuff on here too, because this sawmill is set up to run right on the ground and work from there. Now I've got everything kind of up in my face, but we'll see. We'll adapt things as we go. Nothing ever works like it's supposed to, so you always have to work on stuff. Tapes the nozzle on because it sits in the back of the truck, so it doesn't fall off. So got to cut the tape off every time. That's bad. I gotta find a small gas can or something. I don't know if a funnel would help, but the framework around there doesn't allow you to get the gas can in there by it, and obviously I spilt it all over again, so. I don't know if we'll be able to engage it once we get it started, or if I'm going to have to wedge this up, or we'll see. So the last board on this sawmill so far is, it's a little hair bigger than 1.5 inches. It is what it is as far as, I think I could adjust things. I just haven't looked into it that much. I'd like to get it down so it does a nice 1.5 inches. I think my blade is dull. It's the first blade that I've started with. I ran this through the blade, so that obviously dulled it. It's still been cutting since then, but some of it, when it hits the knots, it gets a little wavy. I don't think it's going to hurt much for what I'm doing with this lumber. There's a couple bad spots I'll cut out or whatever. It is what it is for this time to learn how to do it, but it's getting late today, so I think I'll put a new blade on it in the morning. I'd like to get a lift of lumber here I'm going to take it down to the barn and put it inside just to let it air dry for a while. I want to get at least, I've got a 10 by 26 wall that I want to put on, and I'd like to get one layer drying some. So once I get it insulated, I can put this up on the inside and have a wall completed. But it's not turning out the greatest yet, but it's going to get better. I've got to change the blade, and it's not bad, but the more you do it, the better off you'll get. Alright, I want to get the blade off this thing and see. I haven't had the blade off. I put it on there originally, but that was back in, I think, May, because I got it in April, and I used it a little bit. Then life gets busy, you start doing other things, and especially with us, we're tractor pulling. I don't know if you can see down there, there's tractors. That's what the kid does, is we tractor pull every weekend all summer long. But now it's time to get busy with this. It's the middle of August or so now, so let's crank this thing down, and I think the blade comes right off easy, but I can't say I've done it, so. Well, that's pretty much backed off all the way. And this blade, being brand new and whatever, when I first got it, of course you forget to untension it a few times, and I know it sat for at least 2 weeks tensioned up, and it's like, oh, did I ever untension that? And I went and checked, and no, I didn't. But it is what it is when it's brand new and you're trying to figure things out. So let me set this down where we can see here maybe, and I think that blade will come right off there. I have gloves right there in the excavator, but it's honestly not feeling that sharp. So I'm pretty sure that's why she's so wavy as she's cutting. So yeah, that came off easy. It was like nothing to get that off. So I'm gonna run down and get another new blade, and I want to cut this log just to see if it was because the blade is dull, if that's making it wavy. Alright, here's a box of blades from Woodmizer. When I got this sawmill, I really don't know what's in here. It's when I got this sawmill, one of the get that to side up. So this threaded piece would not go through this. It would start to go through, and then it would just lock up. Either this was threaded wrong and bent. We ground on the end of this thing trying to get it straightened out, but we could never get that through there. So I called Woodmizer. It was no big deal. He looked up the part number. He did say it was on back order, but should be in the next week or so. So meanwhile, of course, it's a brand new sawmill. You're trying to use it, and just to practice or play with it, I guess. So you're only using one log clamp because the other one wouldn't work. The log would move around on there a little bit. So finally, I just says I got to stop until I get the right parts. So I don't know, a week went by, 2 weeks went by, then it was a month went by. I'd called and checked, and yeah, it's on back order. Well, what they did is by the time they looked up the part number for that, the number got switched with one of the guys, and he sent me parts after like 2 months for an LT40, all this big electrical box and stuff. It came and I was like excited, ready to go, but then as soon as I saw the box, I'm like, there's no way that that's it. So I opened it, found out what it was, called Woodmizer. They apologized like crazy. It was totally their fault. They had crossed a number, whatever. So they sent me the right part. That came in just a couple days, because that was actually in stock, not the part number that they crossed it to or whatever. So he sent me a couple blades to try. I think he said that one was a hardwood blade in here and the other one was a softwood blade. I'm cutting softwood, so we'll see if we'll be able to tell once we get it open or not. I never did open the box because just been busy and doing other things. So let's see what's actually in here. And I grabbed the gloves out of the excavator because the first thing it says is make sure you're wearing gloves. And they say to save the box because that's how you send them back to get them sharpened. So I will do that. And I bought a box of 10 blades with the sawmill. So I have the ones that I actually bought with it, and I put one of them on it. But this was closer, so I thought, well, I'll just grab this. Exactly what they are. According to the numbers on the box, it's the same blade in there, so I don't know what exactly this blade is. I'll look that up later on, but I think I'll cut those zip ties and while I'm wearing gloves, obviously, put one of them on it and try it quick before it gets dark. My luck, it won't even be the right blade. Super simple to change the blade on. And having it up this high, I don't hit my head on the door or anything. So let's see how she takes up here. Just spinning it as I tighten it here, and seems easy. There she goes. Got it so close to the right tension here, and all of a sudden it went perfect. Yep, that's in between the things like it needs to be. put this back over here where we can see everything. I'm going to center the log a little better this time. That'll help. Lifted that at all. There we go. It goes easy once you just get it. Green beans on the farm this year, so they're spraying them. If you look down there somewhere, the kids mowing lawn, uncutting lumber. Seems like a lot going on today.